Hey folks, it's Josh KERIEVSKY. I want to talk a little bit about the early days of when I was noticing a problem that led to what I call story-test-driven development. It's been called acceptance test-driven development. Some folks call it behavior-driven development today. But it doesn't matter what you call it. What I want to tell you about is those early days and why. What was the motivation for starting to do this? So here's what it was. We were on a really awesome extreme programming team. We were in an awesome room. We had the customers in the room with us, the domain experts, the people telling us what they wanted to build. Programmers were in the middle. It was amazing. Really cool project. Really cool .com at the time, or early 2000s. And the thing was, we were doing relentless TDD, test-driven development, but we weren't really on top of acceptance testing. We needed the customers involved to do acceptance testing, and they'd get busy, so we weren't automating as many acceptance tests as we would have liked, and as a result, bugs were slipping through. I didn't like that. As the bug count kept climbing, I'm like, there's a root cause issue here. And what I noticed was it was really about a lack of understanding of the scope of a user story. What's in scope, what's out of scope? What are the details? We would say, we need an example. Can we get an example and use the example to understand what's in scope and what's out of scope, and create other examples to help us understand the details of the user story? So we started to work with the customers in a story test driven way, which was, we're not going to write any code until we start with a story test, an example of using that user story, that feature, and automate that. It would fail. Then we'd go down, do the low-level TDD, and then eventually when we're done, the story test would pass. This was the process that we started to use, and it really helped. Defects started to go down and down and down. Our understanding of what the customer wanted us to build or not build went up. So that was the motivation. That was the only motivation for doing it. And it went on to be a useful practice. I think it can be overused. Sometimes TDD is all you need. And that's a whole nother story, but those are the early thoughts I have around why did I get myself doing this practice I called story test driven development. Hope that's interesting to you. Take care.